When I work with private business owners like you, I often say that you should hire a key person to help you with your company. And the response I usually get is, I would love to, but I just can't afford to hire that person. I understand that. When you hire a new person, whether it's a frontline person or a senior manager, you're going to have to pay them some money. I know you would like to get them free, but you really do have to pay them some money. I also know that without doing this, your business is never going to grow. By doing this, hire that frontline person, or more importantly, hire that key manager that's going to help you move your business to the next level. Because of this dilemma, I've started thinking about hiring key people only makes sense if the person you're going to hire will pay for themselves. I call this a free hire. And in today's video, we're going to talk about what the free hire is, how you can evaluate whether you're ready to grow your company by adding this type of person to your company, and some of the things you want to think about along the way. Hi, I'm Josh Patrick, the founder of Stage 2 Planning Partners and The Sustainable Business. I'm also the one who's responsible for putting together our Cracking the Cash Flow Code program, as well as the author of Sustainable, a fable about creating a personally and economically sustainable business. My favorite example about hiring that person that should be your free hire is that first outside salesperson that you hire. When I was in my food service and vending company, when I first started, I did everything when it came to sales. I did the cold calling, I put the proposals together, I went out and made the initial contact, I made the third contact, the fourth contact, I would do the close, I would do the presentation. The whole process was me. And then eventually I got to the company to the size where me doing all the parts of our sales process just didn't make any sense anymore. So I hired our first salesperson. And of course, the first salesperson I hired was a total disaster because I had no idea how to hire a salesperson. I had no idea what the concept of the free hire was. I had no idea how to really focus on getting that type of person to do. So the thing that I found most frustrating when I hired that first salesperson was during the first 3 months, and this was for the first 3 salespeople I hired because the first 2 washed out, was the first 3 months, money was only going one way. It was going out the door. There was nothing coming in from them. And in fact, the amount of time that it took for me to help get that person up to speed was a lot more than the time it took for me to go out and do the entire sales process. Now, I would often ask myself, why am I doing this? Why should I hire and train somebody when I can do it faster and quicker myself? And the saying came to mind about this thing, and I'm sure you've heard this saying, is if I give you a fish, you eat for a day. If I teach you the fish, you eat for your lifetime. Now, it takes a lot longer for me to teach you how to fish than to give you that fish. But once I teach you how to fish, I no longer have to worry about whether you're going to have enough food to eat because now you know how to fish. So when you're putting together this free hire, one of the things I've learned along the way is you have to have mileposts so you know if you're getting what you expect to get. If your milestones aren't getting hit, then you want to cut that expense and say, okay, do I want to start over or should I think about this in a different way? Now, when you're looking for that free hire, after the first 3 to 6 months, you should be at least at a break-even point. After 6 to 9 months, you should really have that free hire. So in the case of a salesperson, they should be creating enough business, enough new opportunities, because I always did the closes. And that was the last thing I did, was they would do everything up to the point of the close. I would show up, I would do the presentation with the salesperson, but I would point at the salesperson and say, this is the person who's going to be taking care of you. They're in a much better position to do this than I am. But after 6 to 9 months, that person has to be standing on their own 2 feet and doing what you want them to do. They're not going to be up to full speed there. That usually takes somewhere between 1 year and a year and a half, at least in my experience. But after 6 to 9 months, they should be a free hire. So if you decide to get a free hire, here's what you're going to need to do. First, you need to have enough cash on hand to pay them for 6 months. Because worst case scenario, 3 to 6 months, they're not going to be creating anything. The cash is going to be running out the door and not coming in the door. Your first 3 months should be the worst. After the first 3 months, you should start moving towards break even with that new person that you're bringing on board. If you're not making any progress, it's time for you to take a look back and say, what could I have done that I'm not doing along the way? After 6 months, you should be making money and the hire should be free. If you're not, you want to cut your losses and start over. It's not that you don't need the person in your company, it's that you probably made a mistake in the hire or you made a mistake in the training that may not be gotten over. So if this is early in your stage, you want to look at your systems to make sure your systems are right. If not, go back and fix your systems. If you've done this 3 or 4 times and that free hire is not producing at the time frame you want them to be producing and you think they'd be producing, it might be better off for you to start over. If it works, you want to wash, rinse, and repeat with the next person who's going to help you grow your business. And you want to do this time after time after time after time. And as you look at that free hire, you want to say, this person is coming in to replace my $25 per hour work, meaning that I can hire somebody for $25 an hour and it leaves me free for a higher value work, then $50, then $100, and $150. And finally, you want to say, am I being freed up to do the $500 per hour jobs? And if the answer is yes, you're well along the road to building a business that you're going to love, a business that's going to be sizable, a business that's going to be sustainable, and a business that you're going to be proud to own. So thanks a lot for stopping by today. I hope to see you back here really soon. Why don't you leave a comment below and click on the button below to get our free ebook about how to hire for unique abilities. It's going to help you learn what you need to do to minimize the chance of making a hiring error when you're working on getting that free hire in your business. So thanks a lot. I hope to see you back here really soon.